I'd like to welcome everyone to Commissioner's Court. Before we get started, though, we have Brother Brent Williams with us here to lead us in the invocation. And Commissioner McCam, the pledges, please.
Let's pray. Father, we just praise you for everything you give us. Without you, we have nothing. But Lord, I pray over the court today that we could trust you with all of our heart, that we would not lean on our own understanding, but we would acknowledge you and that you would make the path straight. You also have commanded us to humble ourselves under the mighty hand of God, that we may be exalted in due time by casting all of our cares onto you, because you care for us. You've also said, do not worry about anything, but in every circumstance, with prayer, with supplication, with thanksgiving, to make our requests known to you, so that the peace of God, which transcends or surpasses all understanding, would keep our hearts, our emotions, and our minds in Christ. And I pray that over the court today. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Brother Williams, thank you, sir. Well, again, good morning and welcome. The time is 9:02. We do have a quorum, so we will call this meeting to order. Are there any citizens' comments?
No, sir.
Item number 1, consider and take action on minutes from previously held meeting of Commissioners Court held on September 3rd, 2024. Are there any additions, deletions, or comments?
Hearing none, Judge, I move we approve the minutes of Commissioners Court regular session September 3rd, 2024, as presented.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley, second by Commissioner McCam, to approve the minutes of September 3rd, 2024 as presented. All those in favor of the motion? Oppose? Abstain? We have 3 for and 2 abstentions. Item number 2, consider and take action on a request for refund of overpayment of taxes from Henderson County Tax Assessor Collector. Good morning.
I have 2 refund checks for court approval totaling $7,981.19.
Court, questions or comments?
Both of these are granted for disabled vet and homestead.
Yes, sir.
Any others? Entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the overpayment of taxes as presented.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and seconded by Commissioner Spivey to approve the request for refund of overpayment of taxes from the Henderson County Tax Assessor Collector as presented. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Item number 3, consider and take action on the 2025 Indigent Defense Commission Formula Grant Award. Ms. Vaughn.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. So this is for us to apply for 2025. This formula grant helped us develop and maintain quality and cost-effective indigent defense systems for the county.
Court, questions? I'm going to kind of drag this out a little bit because we have time we have to meet. So this formula is a reimbursement to the county for its indigent defense purposes.
Correct.
And I believe this year we've 1.5 million, I think, is what we have budgeted. And this the formula gives us back.
Cost-effective measures.
The formula gives us $48,000 back from the state.
That was 2024, yes, sir. $48,615.
Usually in our backup, we have a comparison from year to year. I don't see it in this one, but is that grant going down or up each year?
It
Decreasing or?
given the way the formula was designed, we are seeing less. Yeah, we have seen up as high as the mid to high 70,000s, and this year we're down to 48. So
State's not pitching in as much as they used to.
no. Any further comments? Entertain a motion.
I'd like to make the motion to accept the 2025 Texas Indigent Defense Commission Formula Grant Award.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the 2025 Texas Indigent Defense Commission Formula Grant Award as presented. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Item number 4 is consider and take action on the award of the body-worn camera program from the Office of the Governor. Ms. Vaughn?
Yes, this grant is from the Office of the Governor, the Criminal Justice Division. This is so that the Sheriff's Office can purchase 50 body-worn cameras. We were awarded $189,955 with a in-kind match of $63,588.75 for a total project cost of $253,543.75.
Court, questions?
Yeah, these body worn cameras, it says 50 of them. Is this include like servers and stuff for recorders and all that different stuff that go along with it, the whole system?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yes, sir. It includes everything for 50 units.
For 50 units?
Yes, sir. We initially asked for 75, and they approved this.
The in-kind match, how does that work in this type of grant?
From my understanding, it was a requirement of the grant. So it was a certain percentage of the funds that we were awarded we'd have to match.
Okay, so it usually when I see in-kind, it's in lieu of cash, but in this instance, we're going to have to come up with $63,000,
Yes, to my understanding.
possibly.
My understanding was we were not.
Okay.
On the invoice that Motorola has worked with us, they gave us basically a discount for the in-kind. So
Okay.
we would be out no funds for the in-kind. Motorola just helping us out
Okay.
on what's going.
Okay. Well, I know that it is a priority with the Texas legislature and just the state in general, across organizations, of getting the body cameras in use, especially in rural Texas. It has become, actually, I think we're under a 2-year timeline that they were trying, or maybe a 4-year timeline that they were trying to get everybody in this, law enforcement with body
They
cameras.
have made body worn cameras mandatory, the in-car video cameras all mandatory. They haven't, but every legislature, they're moving closer and closer for it to become a mandate.
Yeah. Incremental steps.
Yes, sir.
Court, further comments or questions?
Is this with your,
Authorization? Yes. No, it's the acceptance of the award. Doesn't require.
so move to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner McCam. Excuse me, to accept the award of the body-worn camera program from the office, of the governor as presented. Any further comments? All those in favor? Passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Ma'am. Item number 5 is a public hearing that is scheduled for 9:05. The time is 9:09, and this is to discuss the 2025 county budget for Henderson County. Can we have a motion to move into public hearing?
I'd like to make a motion of moving a public hearing at 9:09.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and second by Commissioner Spivey to move into public hearing at 9:09. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. At this time, we are in public hearing. Anyone that wishes to speak toward the 2025 county budget can come forward and give their name and address for the record, and they will be given 3 minutes to speak. Is there anyone wishing to speak on this matter? Again, this is the opportunity to speak concerning the 2025 county budget, if you wish to. Seeing that no one has come forward or has asked to speak, we have a motion to close public hearing.
I'll make the motion to close public hearing.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam, second by Commissioner Tooley to close public hearing at 9:11. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Item number 6 is also a public hearing to discuss the proposed 2024 tax rate for the 2025 Henderson County budget. We have a motion to move into public hearing.
I'll make a motion to move into public hearing at 9:11.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson, second by Commissioner McCam to move into public hearing at 9:11. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. At this time, anyone wishing to speak to the proposed 2024 tax rate can do so at this time. Please come forward, give your name and address, and you'll be given 3 minutes to speak. Is there anyone that wishes to come speak on the proposed 2024 tax rate? As no one has expressed interest to come speak, may we have a motion to close public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner Tooley to close public hearing at 9:12. All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item number 7 is consider and take action to adopt the preservation and restoration records plans for the county and district clerks for the 2025 budget. Court, these plans are a part of every budget. They are required by statute for us to adopt and approve each year when we do our county budget. Of course, these funds are from designated fees and required for preservation purposes. Any discussion? We have a motion.
I'll make a motion to adopt the preservation and restoration records plans for the county and district clerks for the 2025 budget.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and second by Commissioner Tooley to adopt the preservation and restoration records plans for the county and district clerks for the 2025 budget. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Item number 8, consider and take action to adopt the 2025 county budget for Henderson County. Court, we've come to the end of another grand time. Weeks-long meetings to discuss. I want to thank everyone that was been a part of this year's budget. Every year, the insight that's brought forth is invaluable. We appreciate the willingness to discuss and the willingness to compromise. I'll state to all again, this is there is no perfect budget that anyone is within 100% agreement on, but I do believe what we have laid before us will meet the needs for our coming year, continuing on how we have budgeted so conservatively over the last 20 years. Comments? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
I'd like to make the motion to approve the 2025 county budget for Henderson County.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and seconded by Commissioner McCam to adopt the 2025 county budget for Henderson County as presented. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Oh, we do have to.
December 29th.
Yes, and an additional motion to go along with this. Ms. Monk, would you state?
We need the salaries to become effective December 29th, otherwise payroll will be extremely difficult trying to allocate a couple days in one year and the rest in the other. It's a nightmare. So we've done this for 15 years now.
That is one of the issues that we have is when you're crossing years. It's starting on the 29th will allow the funding to follow that year. So if we could have an additional motion or an amended motion to approve the 2025 county budget with the payroll year starting December 29th, 2024. Can we have that motion?
I'd like to make that motion for the amendment as presented.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner McCam, again to adopt the 2025 county budget with the payroll year starting December 29th, 2024. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you, Court. Thank you, Ms. Monk. Item number 9 is consider and take action to adopt the 2024 tax rate for the 2025 Henderson County budget. And Court, here we are today. We have passed our budget, and now it comes to the next portion of it where we have to fund that budget. The proposed rate that has been presented is, I will give all three rates with the culmination of the three following. For the general fund, the proposal is 0.267938. For road and bridge, it is 0.017043. And for farm to market and flood control, it is 0.0391850 with a total rate of 0.324166. That is the proposed rate that the court presented 2 weeks ago. Is there any discussion? If not, we have a motion to set the rates individually. By statute, we are required to set all three rates.
I'll make the motion to set the general fund rate for the 25 tax year at 0.2679380, the road and bridge fund at 0.0170430, flood control at 0.391850 for a total rate of 0.3241660.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam, second by Commissioner Tooley, to set the following tax rates. General fund, 0.267938. Road and bridge, 0.017043. Farm to market flood control, 0.039185, with a total tax rate being of 0.3241660. Any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Thank you, Court. Item 10 is consider and take action on reclassifying $2 million of undesignated fund balance to a committed fund balance for the purpose of future detention facility construction. Ms. Monk?
This is through Gatsby's statement number 54. They give the body the opportunity to designate excess funds for a specific project. This can be undone if ever needed, but it can only be done through action of the court. But this helps to clarify in the financial statements that y'all do have an intended purpose for those funds. I think at this point the court wants to use that for some kind of detention facility, whether that be juvenile or the sheriff's department. There's an increasing need there, and we have to go out for debt. It will cost the taxpayers additional money.
Court questions?
Well, I believe we talked several days during budget about some of the needs of the county, and two of the pressing needs right now are the concern with the population at the jail increasing daily, yearly, and also another big concern is the amount of money we're having to spend on juvenile detention. And our ability or our disability of having to send these juvenile detention members to other facilities all across the state, and not a lot of them are not just in Tyler or just in Kaufman. We're having to go all the way to Amarillo, and the cost is becoming increasingly constrained on the county. So I think this is a good fund to put this in. Even if we can't do it, we're working toward being able to do it.
Couldn't agree more. Other comments? Well, you're exactly right. When it comes to juvenile detention, it's an issue across the state, and it is only growing worse. The state was looking at taking a regional approach in the last legislative session about how they could address this. But it is no secret that the number of beds are very small, and the cost is growing exponentially. Setting this funding aside, it's very similar to what we did on the jail expansion in 2007. When we did the expansion, we put $4 million cash into the $12 million project and bonded 8, and was able to pay the debt off in 10 years, so that the facility was, we weren't having to go for more before the debt had been paid off. And it's proven to be a fantastic move. And so, recognizing both issues at the jail and with the juvenile detention situation, this is only prudent. So, if there's no further discussion, we'll entertain a motion on this item.
I'll make the motion to reclassify $2 million of the undesignated fund balance to a committed fund balance for the purpose of future detention facility construction.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam and seconded by Commissioner Richardson to reclassify $2 million of undesignated fund balance to a committed fund balance for the purpose of future detention facility construction. Any further comments? All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Thank you, Ms. Monk. Item number 11 is consider and take action on interlocal agreements between Henderson County and the following entities for the conducting of the November 5th, 2024 elections. Those entities are Malakoff ISD, the City of Toole, Brownsboro ISD, the City of Trinidad, La Pointer ISD, and Moore Station. Good morning.
Good morning, Court. So yes, I bring 6 contracts to you. They're our standard interlocal agreement to hold their elections for the November 5th in conjunction with our elections. So I've ran them past the county attorney's office. They're happy with them. So,
Court, questions, comments? These contracts do require in our motion multiple signatures, so if we can have the include authorization of all necessary signatures would be helpful.
I'd like to make the motion to approve the interlocal agreements between Henderson County and the listed entities for the conducting of November 5th, 2024 elections with all necessary signatures.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and seconded by Commissioner Richardson to approve the interlocal agreements between Henderson County and the listed entities for the conducting of November 5th, 2024 elections with authorization of all necessary signatures. Any further discussion? All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Item number 12 is consider and take action on a notice of general election for the November 5th, 2024 election, excuse me.
So yes, this is our notice of election. This is the notice that will go in the paper. This is so we can hold the election for the president, members of Congress, members of legislators, state, district, and county. So we have 17 voting locations on election day, open 7 to 7. And then for early voting, we have 5 that was previously addressed in the order of election. So they mirror those for those dates and times.
Yeah. Court, questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
So moved to approve with the judge's authorization to sign.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Richardson to approve the notice of general election for November 5th, 2024 with the judge's authorization signed. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 13, consider and take action on Republican and Democrat parties, election judges, alternate judges, and board members list for 2024. Ms. Lucky?
So I bring this morning the approved judges from the parties, and I also, the Commissioners Court has to approve the judges, but I brought the board members. They've been previously approved by the election board that we met a few weeks ago. So this is the workers. We've all touched base with them. A couple of them went to training. I think you'll see some payroll come through. I did do a week-long training with the judges for hands-on equipment training and forms and everything else. So these are the group that we are going to use this November.
Court, questions? Hearing none, entertain a motion.
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and seconded by Commissioner McCann to approve the Republican and Democrat parties' election judges, alternate judges, and board members list for 2024 is presented. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Item 14, consider and take action on a request from the Oakwood Police Department to purchase a 2018 Ford Explorer VIN number 1FM5K8AR6JGB68922 from the Henderson County Sheriff's Department. Sheriff?
Good morning, Court. Chief Bishop with the Oakwood Police Department in Leon County reached out to me probably 6 months ago and was wanting to know if we had anything that was coming offline. And just within the last month, we've had the 2018 Ford Explorer come offline. It's got 155,000 miles on it. It's at the end of life for use at the sheriff's office. Oakwood City is a very small town in Leon County, and they think it will be a perfect fit for them, and they've asked to purchase it. So I told them we'd bring it before the court. Their city council has approved the purchase for $4,000, which is more than what we normally get if we auction them off at one of our auctions locally. So I was just bringing it before the court.
Court, questions? In a case like this, about all we need out of it's our radios. Right?
We're going to take the radios and our star off the side, and then he'll take it from there if the court approves.
Have we done this with some other small towns?
Yes, but locally, usually it's been within Henderson County. A lot of the fire departments and some of the small police departments here in Henderson County have purchased. The city of Oakwood has a police officer that used to work in the city of Trinidad, and the county had approved to sell the city of Trinidad a car a few years ago. So when he went to work in Oakwood and they were looking for a car, they reached out to me because they knew the court had sold vehicles to smaller agencies in the past.
Any other questions or comments? Entertain a motion.
So moved to approve.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and second by Commissioner Tooley to approve the request from Oakwood Police Department to purchase a 2018 Ford Explorer from the Henderson County Sheriff's Office in the amount of $4,000. Any further comments? All those in favor? Passes unanimously.
Thank you, Court.
Thanks, Sheriff. Item 15. Consider and take action to award the ARPA Senior Building AgriLife Extension Construction Contractor bid. And this has been an adventure for all of us who's been involved in this. This was our third time to go to bid. Hopefully. So whichever one of you would like to begin this discussion.
Well, good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. I'll let Justin take over.
Well, thank you very much for having me. Again, I believe that this third time is a charm. We have gone through a lot of different iterations in trying to get this project within budget and still meet the needs of what we needed to accomplish within the scope of work. In order to do that, if you remember several months ago, we put this final package out to bid in two different packages, what we consider to be Package A and Package B. Package A was just strictly the renovation of the existing senior citizens center building and just updating it, remodeling the bathrooms that need to be done for ADA compliance. In that also included a new roof on the existing building because of some of the weather issues that we've been having, as well as on the site, all the asphalt paving that is currently there, or remnants of asphalt paving that's currently there, would all get 2-inch mill and replacement throughout the entire asphalt area. There is concrete paving that's up and around the building, that's next to the building. That was all in fine shape. It still meets ADA compliance. So we left all of that there. It was just the asphalt paving that was around the building that needed to be replaced. So that was all what was included in our considered to be Package A. And we received several bids on that. We had actually 5 bids that were turned back in for that project. That Package A, we actually had a low bidder, Smith Builders, at $630,000. But actually, after going through the analysis and investigating a little bit more, there was such a disparity between that and the second lowest bidder. There was some little concerns for myself. So upon further investigation, we did realize that Smith Builders did not receive some of the addendums that were put out throughout the process and did not have ultimately the re-roof of the existing building or the repavement on the site there. So those two items alone were quite a substantial amount. So therefore, I deferred to the second lowest bidder, which was SCI Construction, coming in at $721,800. They do have everything included in that Package A. There are some clarifications that I do want to make sure that we have included as far as contingency goes that we carry in that project. This being an existing building renovation, once we start diving into it, for instance, tearing out all the existing ceilings that are in there, putting new ceilings in, there's always fun things you find. So we want to make sure that we have a pretty hefty contingency. One of the things that we already know is that because of the potential weather leaks, the existing roof that we're going to tear off of there, we don't know the extent of damage to the existing insulation that is between the roof deck and the actual structure itself. So therefore, in the plans, we have not included any replacement of insulation. We'll have to do that on an as-needed basis once we realize what we have there. So again, I want to make sure that we're carrying a pretty hefty contingency on this project budget, which I have included in our additional construction items needed. That would be on top of the low bid from SCI Construction. I also know that throughout discussions that the tables and chairs in the existing facility could use some replacement. I've allocated a line item for that. So again, going into this, really what we're looking at is a total budget of $977,127 for Package A.
Court, questions concerning Package A?
That includes the generator.
Yes, sir. So yes, sir. It includes the generator, includes the automatic transfer switch. It's a little bit tricky because the renovation of the existing facility is going to take about 90 to 120 days. The problem is the generator is going to take about 9 to 12 months to get delivered. So one of the things I did clarify with all contractors prior to making a recommendation is that everybody is prepared to finish the renovation of the existing building, potentially open it up if the court so chooses, but still be ready to come back and install that generator when it's actually delivered. And the automatic transfer switch. So just know that there's a long process involved with that. There's a potential that we could finish up all the renovations, open up the facility back to the senior citizens and the community, but we're going to have to take about a week or so once that generator and automatic transfer switch is delivered to shut the building back down again, install all of that so that we can re-energize the building for that future use.
Any other questions? All right, we'll move to Package B.
Yes, sir. So Package B, again, we separated these two projects, and Package B was essentially just a brand new ground up, about 3,400 square foot office building for the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension offices. So this building, again, would sit on the site of the property. It does include a little bit of paving to be done with this building to make sure that we're meeting handicap compliance parking in front of this new proposed building. There's also some site grading that needed to be done on the north side of, it's on the east side of the property there to allow for this pad to be able to sit on that property and everything drain away from it. There's also utility connections that hook up to this new proposed building as well. It's a very simple building in terms of there's not a whole lot of things to uncover because it's brand new. It's ground up, simple wood frame, exterior brick and metal panel construction, all brand new standing seam roof on the building. And we received 4 proposals on this building here. And again, SCI Construction gave us the lowest total number of $1,087,000, and that included everything in this project. There was a little bit of discrepancies in there. Our plans called out for a gas range to be included on the plans. But if you go to all the utilities, you go to the site utilities, there's no gas running to this building. So there was a little bit of clarification that we needed to make sure during after the bidding. SCI Construction did include a new range in there, but it's an electric range, which would meet the needs. So I feel comfortable with their proposal that they have included everything necessary. There are some things that, again, we look at additional construction items needed, information or IT tech install. So in any construction project that we typically do, we have all the electricians and the contractor run all the conduit to all your data plugs throughout and phone plugs throughout the entire facility. But the counties or cities, municipalities typically have their own technology installation companies that want to come in. They like to run their own cabling because they don't want anything crimped. They want to make sure everything's supported properly. So I've allocated a budget for that for the county to hire that person individually of $17,500, which should be more than adequate to be able to install throughout this, again, 3,400 square foot office building. New equipment. So our plans do call for a new range, electric range, a new ice machine to be installed within the facility in which the contractor is providing all of that equipment. The 2 pieces of equipment that we did not call out for the contractor to provide would be a new freezer and a new refrigerator that would be needed in the learning kitchen that we are installing in this facility. I've allocated $5,500 for that in our overall budget. And then again, brand new furniture throughout the entire facility. There are 4 offices, a conference room and a meeting room. There's 2 reception desks. So there's new furniture that's needed. And again, just looking at all of that furniture, we would allocate $45,000 for all brand new furniture throughout this entire facility. That brings our total allocated project budget to $1,155,000 even on this potential project.
Questions?
The new building has furniture. What? Oh, there it is. Never mind. I'm good.
Questions? What?
So that comes in roughly under what we had allocated with ARPA money, and then what the fees that we owe level 5. So it's going to come in right at the funds that we allocated through ARPA.
Yes, sir.
And something that I believe has needed to be done for years is that, the upgrading of the senior citizens building, making it ADA. I mean, it is a senior citizens building, and it's not ADA compliant, which is odd in the first place.
To the
We're going
to the modern ADA.
Yeah,
it doesn't meet modern ADA.
Something that needed to be done to, we've had numerous leaks in that building, numerous problems. And I think it's going to be a facility that our senior citizens and our community, it's not just a senior citizens building, we also use it for the community. And I think it's going to be a worthy project for the county. And something that we wanted to do, I know, in the 8 years I've been here and in the several years that I was in the agriculture field, is wanting to move the ag extension offices out to the fairgrounds, or not just necessarily to the fairgrounds, move them somewhere where they were more accessible. We have a tremendous ag extension program, and I think they don't get the traffic they could be getting because of the location they're in. And I think this facility is going to be a asset for Henderson County. And then it also fits in with our emergency management plan of how the ag extension service has been made part of the emergency service plan.
Yes.
And then also us being able to rehab that building out there and make it a facility that will be able to better do what we did during COVID.
Right. That location is the logistical hub to all of our emergency management responses. And of course, that's what led us down the path with the previous two bids, was try to incorporate and meet all of those needs as you laid out. Sadly, the inflation over the last few years pretty much threw a wet blanket on that idea. So this is absolutely the best thing that could be come up with. Not only do we regain that facility, we keep our capabilities. And you're correct, ever since the mid-2000s, we've been talking about moving AgriLife out to a location where they could better serve the community, because it's so much more at AgriLife now than just large animals. You know, from horticulture to robotics to 4-H, they cover the gamut. Nutrition, so forth and so on, and having those facilities to be able to teach and to make those services available, and not having to go beg, borrow, and steal every time they want to meet somewhere.
And I think it'll just be so much more accessible for the whole county, residents of the whole county, to be able to access the county extension agent's office rather than having to come up here and find a place to park and go to the third floor.
You know, we tried the first two bids, we tried to do an expansion of the building, put it all in one building and where it's all in one facility, but we found out that our water volume was not adequate in that area for fire suppression, and it was going to cost us another $500,000 just to upgrade that. So that's why that fell through, putting it all in one facility.
Any further comments or discussions concerning this? Well, then we'll entertain a motion on awarding the contract bid.
And Level 5 recommends SCI.
I recommend SCI Construction for both Package A and Package B. And part of the contract negotiations, we would like to work with them on I had all contractors bid both packages as if they were not getting both packages. So we would like to have that discussion with SCI. I have not had that discussion to see if there's any value that we can bring to both of those packages together. Do both construction at one time under one roof, and see if there's any value added back to the county as part of our contract negotiations.
We discussed that in our committee about having the same contractor because of the close proximity of where they are, and be working together right there. If you had two different companies working, it could probably cause an issue. So, yeah.
If there's no further discussion, entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to award the contract for the AgriLife extension and the senior citizens building to SCI Construction.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam and second by Commissioner Richardson to award the ARPA Senior Building and AgriLife Extension Construction Contractor bids to SCI as recommended by level 5. Any further discussion?
I'd just like to say thanks to Level 5 and to the committee, because my gut feeling was we would have never been at this point. The way the first two contracts, and we were going to have to really find another way to spend ARPA money. So to the committee and Level 5, thank you for getting us there, because I think we're really going to benefit, as Commissioner McCam said, our taxpayers and our citizens here in Henderson County. So thank you all.
Any further? All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you all. Appreciate your time, and thank you for your patience as well.
We're right at a year.
Crazy.
Item 16, receive financial reports. We have today the JP County and District Court financial reports. These are available for viewing after court in the county clerk's office. Item 17, consider and take action on payroll distributions and accounts cash sheets.
Yes, Judge. Court, I have 3 payroll distributions I need to get approved today, if I can, please. The first one will be for biweekly number 18 for $1,113,515.01. Second one that I have is a payroll distribution for election helper. This one is for $38.75. The third one I have is for a payroll distribution for election training. I think we heard Paul mention that earlier. And this one is for $1,886.03. So I just need to get for approval on those if I can, please.
Court, questions? Entertain a motion on all the payroll distributions.
I'd like to make a motion to approve biweekly 18 payroll distributions and elections payroll.
I'll second.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and second by Commissioner Spivey to approve payroll distributions for biweekly 18, the election special training, and the elections payroll as well.
Yes, sir.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously.
Thank you, Court.
Thank you. Item 18 is consider and take action on submitted contracts. And Court, in this contract section, we have an interlocal cooperation agreement between Henderson County and Harrison County for juvenile pre and post adjudication detention. This morning we have Mr. Clint Davis with us, who's the head of the juvenile detention or the juvenile board. Anything you wish to add to this, Mr. Davis?
I mean, it's going to be needed in the future.
This circles back to our discussion earlier. This particular, for pre-adjudication, it's $175 a day, and post-adjudication, it's $225 a day.
I was gonna bring that up and then I waited on this here about putting the money aside for the detention deal, about how much more it costs for a juvenile to house one for a day as a adult inmate.
Yes.
So.
And it is not only that, there's the added expense that is not seen of transport, time gone, the imposition on our local police departments. If they pick up a juvenile that has to be detained, they have to carry them to Amarillo or to Montgomery County or wherever. So that's some struggle. And this, what we have before us, is trying to meet that need. Any further discussion? Hearing none, entertain a motion with all necessary signatures.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Spivey and second by Commissioner Tooley to approve the interlocal cooperation agreement for juvenile pre and post adjudication detention with Harrison County, with all authorized signatures. All those in favor of the motion? Passes unanimously. Thank you, Court. Item 19, consider and take action on request for right-of-way permits. Commissioner McCann.
Yes, I have one from Atmos Energy Corporation. It's 2-inch poly natural gas line paralleling County Road 3204 on the west side, south of State Highway 31 for roughly 490 feet. And you can see to the back of where that's at. It's a little cut-through road from what we call New 31 and Old 31.
Questions for the commissioner? Entertain a motion.
I move to approve the notice of proposed utility line activity for Atmos Energy Corporation for a 2-inch poly natural gas line paralleling County Road 3204.
I'll second this motion. Commissioner's authorization.
With the commissioner's signature to authorize that.
Motion made by Commissioner McCam, second by Commissioner Richardson, to approve the right-of-way request from Atmos Energy Corporation for the installation of 2-inch poly natural gas line paralleling County Road 3204 with Commissioner's authorization to sign. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 20, consider and take action on submitted budget amendments, which we have none. Item 21 is consider and take action on payment of bills. Ms. Carpenter.
Yes, sir. We have amended fiscal year 2024 in the amount of $475,813.07.
Commissioner Spivey, questions?
I have no questions, Judge.
Commissioner Tooley.
I have none.
Commissioner McCamp.
I have none.
Commissioner Richardson.
I had one question on the water bill, the senior citizen bill, and I know that we've had FEMA out there, but it seemed like it was awfully high. Was that just a 1-month bill, or is that,
Yes, sir, no.
that's a 1-month bill? I mean, that's higher than,
And there was a faulty fixture in the bathroom, in the ladies' bathroom. That has been addressed
okay.
and shut off. In other words, toilet was running
the whole time.
constantly. Mhm.
Yeah, that was higher than this building's.
Yeah.
Triple what it is here, I think, so.
Yep. Any further questions? If not, entertain a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the fiscal year 2024 bills. Would you say it was amended bills?
Yes, sir.
Amended bills in the amount of $475,813.07 as presented.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Richardson and second by Commissioner Spivey to approve the amended bills as presented in the amount of $475,813.07. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 22 is consider and take action on submitted plats.
We have one plat in precinct 2 and on future page.
Commissioner?
Yes, Court, this is in the Pinnacle Club, lots 546 and 547 combining to create lot 546R.
Okay. Questions for the commissioner? Entertain a motion.
Hearing none, I move we have approved the final replat, Pinnacle Club Phase 1, Section B, Lot 1, replatting lots 546 and 547, creating Lot 546R for filing purposes only.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Spivey to approve the final replat in the Pinnacle Club Phase 1, Section B, replatting lots 546 and 547, creating lot 546R for filing purposes only. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Item 23, open and consider bids, which we have none. And item 24, consider and take action to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second his motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Tooley and second by Commissioner Richardson to adjourn at 9:55. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Passes unanimously. Thank you for being.